Alrighty, hey there. Thanks for tuning in today. I'm Victoria, if you don't know me already. I make a lot of videos about things like intuitive eating and mindful living, safer beauty, things like that. I'm very passionate about intuitive eating, especially with my personal history of disordered eating for many, many years of my life. And that led to also losing my period and struggling with something called hypothalamic amenorrhea, HA for short. So thankfully, after many years, I am here today, recovered. And I say recovered. I fully believe that with an eating disorder or even just an unhealthy relationship with food, or what I like to call disordered eating. So basically that's issues with food and fears around food without it actually being diagnosed as an eating disorder. Always want to clarify that. But I fully believe that anyone and everyone is capable of full recovery. Today I want to talk about the GreySpace with intuitive eating. So intuitive eating, if you're not familiar with it, it is based on 10 principles that two dietitians back in the 90s created because they saw in the work that they did with people, they saw that dieting really didn't work. They'd put people on diets and it really didn't help them achieve long-lasting health and long-lasting results, which that's what you want when you go to see someone, right? When you're having issues with food or needing guidance with how to be healthy, you're going there for long-lasting results. And what they were seeing was that prescribing diets doesn't help, and it actually has now since been shown to have harmful results. That is the work that I do personally here now. After, like I said, years of struggling myself, I saw the need to help women who are struggling currently now, like I did, because diet culture is a real thing, and it can really just take away so much joy in your life. I know that firsthand. So yeah, that's what intuitive eating is. It's 10 principles, and basically they're just guidelines to help you to learn to tune into your body, to trust your body, and eat in a healthy way that does not include dieting or restricting or just living with this fear of food. All right, but today I really want to talk about the GreySpace with intuitive eating because as I said before, a lot of times, we live in this culture of diets and things being labeled as either good or bad. It's very black and white. And so going from that mindset of everything being black and white, foods either being good for you or bad for you and end all be all, to intuitive eating, it can be really easy to translate that thinking, that black and white thinking, into you practicing intuitive eating. And this can just lead to more confusion, and it can lead you to being really frustrated and unconfident. That's not what we want. That's not what intuitive eating is about. It's about you feeling confident in your food choices, confident in your body. And so, yeah, let's talk about this GreySpace. All right, so like I said, the tendency going from a diet type mindset, black and white thinking, to intuitive eating, it can feel really scary because all of a sudden you are being told to get rid of all the food rules that you have had of certain foods being good or bad, of calorie counting, things like that, to embracing this world of freedom. And freedom can be scary if you're not used to eating in freedom. Freedom can make you really scared because it can feel like you're out of control. And to an extent, this is normal with intuitive eating, that you go through a phase of full permission and really just allow yourself to fully enjoy all the foods that maybe were off limits in the past. And what happens here after time of full permission is you actually will see that you are able to kind of get a grasp of what of how you want to eat. And you'll start to realize that maybe you don't want dessert every single day. Not that dessert every single day is bad, because I definitely eat dessert every single day to some point or another. But you start to just be able to make decisions about how you're eating on your own without food and diet culture messages being what dictate those decisions. Now, here's where this gray space comes into play, because there is not a set, this is good, this is bad, except for you listening to your body and going along with what your body is telling you. So it can be a little bit cloudy in a sense. And really this is where intuitive eating is very personal. I never tell people that this is how you should eat and this is how you shouldn't eat. I like to encourage people to figure that out for themselves. And I want to encourage you here now to figure out, what does healthy mean for you? And that might look different now than it does, say a year from now. Especially if you have a history with disordered eating or an eating disorder, chronic dieting. Right now, healthy for you might be letting yourself have full permission with food, and it might be eating junk food, and it might be eating too much, and just figuring it out. There is, like I said, there is grace for this period, and it's super healthy to go through this time of just figuring out your body. With time, you'll start to realize what feels good and what doesn't, and you'll be able to start to implement the things that you've learned about yourself and your body to better serve you for your energy needs and just your overall health. Because intuitive eating is not anti-health. It is against diet rules that tell you this is healthy and this isn't. We know that health is so much more than just the food that we're putting in our body and the exercise that we're getting. It's about our mental health, our emotional health, our spiritual health, the health of our environment. It is a full circle picture, and diet culture tells us that food and exercise are the only things to think about. And so really what this opportunity gives you is it gives you the chance to figure out what healthy means for you. And again, this can feel really scary because it is gray. It's kind of blurry. It's different for everyone. But this video, if there's one thing that you get out of this whole conversation on the gray space of intuitive eating, I want you to understand that there is no time period, that you have to figure this out for yourself. And this is a personal journey. You are figuring out how to feed your body well, to nurture your body well, your body, your mind, your spirit, everything about your health in a way that is empowering, confidence building, and just good for you. So embrace the gray space, embrace the questions, have regular conversation with yourself, trying to figure out what is going to work best for your body, what is healthy for you right now. It's going to be different from someone else, and just go with it. I'm cheering you on. Good job, and keep up just listening to your body and trying to figure out, again, what healthy means for you. And yeah, thanks so much for watching.